I feel like I'm just going in circles. It's like I get so far and I get the results and then something's wrong with me and I just snap back to my old self and it's like I go back to the beginning. Self-sabotage is often something that women are struggling with, and they come to me because they feel like mentally, physically, or emotionally, they keep letting themselves down and destroying their progress. Now, often this can be a conscious or unconscious behavior. Sometimes people do it and they don't even realize they're doing it, and sometimes people can see the cycle just constantly playing out. So self-sabotage can look like getting to your goal weight and then finally being there and then going back to eating anything that you feel like, unhealthy foods, and then not going to the gym anymore. It can be telling yourself that you're going to, when you wake up in the morning, that you're going to eat really healthy, eating well all day long, and then having a small snip up like a Freddo in the evening, and then saying, what the heck, I've ruined the day, and then binge eating for the rest of the afternoon. It can be missing your workout on a Monday morning and being really disappointed with yourself, and then as a result, just allowing that entire week to be wiped off. So rather than trying to make up that workout somewhere else, just saying, well, I've ruined it now, and I'll just start again next week. Now, these are often repetitive cycles that I see exist with my clients. And the problem with chronic self-sabotage is that it leaves you feeling really depleted. It leaves you feeling sad, frustrated with your lack of results, the cycle that you're stuck in, and of course, naturally, it damages your self-esteem. Now, self-sabotage is actually caused by counterproductive mindsets. So it might be having really negative internal dialogue, being indecisive or really disorganized with your time, or just having an overall negative demeanor about yourself and the people around you. Basically, what happens is your subconscious doesn't believe that you're capable of executing on habits they're going to allow you to maintain those goals. So what happens is you get to a certain point, and as soon as you get there, your subconscious goes, you can't maintain this. This is not who you are, and you bounce back to your old reality. Now, I want you to know this is not because you're not capable. It's not because you don't have the willpower or the skills or the knowledge. You have all of that within your capacity. I mean, if you can get yourself there, the problem is keeping yourself there. And in order to keep yourself there, it requires a mental shift. You actually have to change your perception of yourself, and then ultimately that will change the habits and behaviors that follow. So a lot of work needs to be done around how you're speaking to yourself and what your expectations are of yourself. Only when you shift your perception of yourself and you start to think and identify yourself as a healthy individual, or someone who doesn't diet, or you see yourself as someone who's consistent, or someone who always expects that they're going to rock up for their workouts or be consistent with their meal planning and the prep. It's not until you change your internal dialogue that your habits will change and reflect that as well. So if you're wanting to get out of this self-sabotage cycle and you're done with getting to a point and then feeling like you're bouncing back to your old self, it's not that you need more information. It's actually that you need to change your perception of yourself. You need to start to dig deep and work out, what are my current expectations of myself? What are those repeating cycles that I'm stuck in? And who do I default back to? And what do I need to shift around the way that I speak to myself and my mindset in order for me to be able to get there and be able to maintain that level long term?